Hello, Scorpio. Oh, sorry. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Now, before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course, my beautiful ancestors. Now, what you see laid before you is your April general spread. And, yeah, so let's get into it. You have honor the masculine, respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. You have first chakra Archangel Michael. You also have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. You have emotions are running high, super moon. You have the birch broom, and you have the tower. Okay. So when I laid out this spread, what I received from this is twofold. For the feminine energy, it seems like you have been overburdened with caring for what you have perceived, someone who is more, who thinks that men are better than women, or the masculine energy is better than the feminine energy, right? So you've been going through some fears with this, and it's telling you, Scorpio, that it's time for you to work through your fears, because whatever situation that you have been in as a feminine energy, it's been quite overburdening to you. This is like feeling whips and lashes, or trying to sweep your house with this birch broom. That would be damn near impossible, right? And it's caused your emotions to really get to you. Because what I can see in this picture, it looks very similar to the moon in this one. Even though it's not the moon, it is water. But it just reminds me of, the background is of like this super moon. So it's telling me that this masculine, that you have been honoring their power over your own feminine power as the feminine energies. I'll get to the masculines in a second. It's telling you that your emotions are going to run high with it, because you're coming into a time with the first chakra Archangel Michael of feeling your stability and your strength. And if you're coming out of a time where you felt weak, it's telling you that right now you're in a great time to feel that stability of strength and take the necessary action to gain your stability, right? Because this right here is like the long-lasting structures in our lives, whether that is our jobs, whether that is our homes, whether that is our sense of stability. So don't allow your emotions to, of fear, to overtake you. Remain centered in your feminine energies, please. Okay? And for the masculines, if you've been coming from a place of just action, and wanting everyone to embrace, look how outstretched he is, like, embrace me. I am the masculine, So it's telling you, masculines, that don't move from a place of fear within these actions that you're taking, because you have so much power right now that is granted you. But if you're coming from a place of fear, it's going to only burden you. And your emotions might be running high because you feel as though your stability is being tested, but really and truly you have so much power right here, because this did not come in reverse. So if you're coming from a time, or if you're going to be coming out of a time where you felt like your stability was being rocked, it's telling you to stand firmly on your square, because it's not. This is just a great test for all of us. So don't sink to your lower levels. Oh, I'm probably going to need to refer. So let me do that. Okay. Next, we have the present, the gift, treasure, revelation of one's own value, knowingness. We have rest and rejuvenation. Adjustments are required, third quarter moon. And the death card, which is your card, Scorpios. So that's the second time now that cards representing the self for Scorpios have shown up. So please pay attention to the messages. Right? So while we're in this time of self-quarantine, you know, we know what's going on in the world. So while we're in this time, Scorpio, it's asking you to be present. You know, if you have been someone who's been prone to escapism, it's asking you not to do that right now. To, you know, come to yourself, to know your own value right now. Take this time to rest and rejuvenate. Because this is a 10, so it's an end of a cycle. So whatever you've been through, it's telling you that you're coming to the end of it. Because also the death card is here. And the death card speaks of transformation. You know? Because there's going to be some adjustments that are going to be required by you. But it's not in a bad way. Why is the death card here for Scorpios, please? Yeah, the Ace of Water. Yeah, so you're going to have to take this time to fill your own cup. You know, put an end to anything that is draining you, Scorpio. Put an end to anything that has you feeling like you can't drink from your own cup. Why is this rest and rejuvenation here for Scorpios? Yeah, 10 and fire. As the last spread was saying that that you, with the first chakra, if you're feeling like your powers are being tested and your stability is being tested, remember that it's not. What's happening is that you're coming into a place where you have a lot of personal power to make the proper actions that's needed. But you're going to have to use this time wisely, you know, to reground yourself, to rest and to know your own value. Because again, this is a 10. This is the end of the burdens. Remember, we had just spoke about that. Why is adjustments required for Scorpio here? 3 of Water. Exactly. So, when this popped out, all I was hearing is, yeah, okay. All I was hearing is that you're going to have to adjust the way that you love. You know, and I know this card doesn't speak of that, but with this Ace of Cup here, there's a 2 of Cups that is behind the first cup. So you remember that you do have to fill your own cup first. And because you can't give of what you don't have. Right? So adjustments are going to be required in the way that you love. Because this is of healing and of hope. So whatever situation that you're coming out of, that you're doing, hopefully you're taking this time to rest and rejuvenate and to get back in tune with yourself through this death process that you're going through. Just know that fill your own cup first, Scorpio. That's the only way you're truly going to be able to feel your own personal power. Okay? Let's get into the next set of messages. Yamaya, grandmother, ocean, primordial, the angel of balance. So that to me is like the temperance. Okay. Okay. So you have your Maya here, grandmother, ocean, primordial. You know, this is angel of balance, temperance to me. You have step out of your comfort zone, north node. Which that is in one, I do believe the north node is in your sister's sign, Cancer, right? Yeah, I believe so. And you have the this to me, she's a thought box. She's not the wife. She's, you know, she's a person on the side. So if you're in a relationship with a person, an extra person that your partner is not aware of, or if you are that person in somebody's life, it's telling you that you should find the balance within that. Like, no judgments, you know. I just believe that people should be honest with their partners, but no judgments. Do what you want. The Yamaya here, she's speaking of you going back to your roots, you know, like you being that inner child and your grandmother holding you very close to her, right? So it's asking you to return back to your roots. Why is this thought box here? Justice. Okay. So if you're dealing with a Libra, you know, or if due to this person being in your life, it's caused some kind of injustice in your life, then it's telling you that now is a perfect time to step out of your comfort zone. Why is this thought box here with the Justice card in reverse, please? More info? Elaborate? Wait. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Ten of Fire back up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here we have the Hermit, which represents Virgo, the Life Experience, which I do believe represents you, Scorpio, and again, the Queen of Air, which represents Justice. But if that has nothing to do with if you're not brain farts, oh gosh. If you're not dealing with a Libra, what this is saying is that if you are this person, you know, you're going to start reconsidering. And when you start doing the healing that you're going to need to do, it's going to create a life experience for you, like a tower moment within your life, because the Queen of Air is a woman who has been through a lot. You know, she's become a little embittered, you know, and not to say she's not open, but she's become a little embittered. She knows what she wants, and she's not going to allow anyone to step in her life and bring in injustice to her to where she can't advance the way that she would like to. Because if you look at her, you can see the determination in her eyes. You know? And again, the end of burdens. Why step out of your comfort zone here? Strength. Yeah. And look how many major arcanas. So Scorpio, I'm telling you, you're really going to have to pay attention to these energies right here. So if you are the third party, or there's a third party in your relationship, this is going to come to light, and it's going to bring either the third party to feel as though they require more, and they're going to have the strength, or you're going to have the strength to step out of this situation, because you need balance. Why is your Maya here for Scorpio? The Star. Yeah. So it's telling you to return back to your roots. You know, go back to the thing that waters your garden, your own personal garden. Go back to the customs and the traditions, you know, and the wisdom of your ancestors to get the healing that you're needing, because there's so many major arcanas on this board. That is an Aquarius. So if you do have like a grandmother, a aunt, a mother who is an Aquarius, then maybe you can spend some time around that person if it's possible. If you guys are self-quarantined together, of course. You know, and you don't have to do it next to each other. You know, on the phone is good enough. Like, you guys can, yeah, see? Like, I wouldn't even tell you. Look what's happening. The only one that's not a major arcana, Scorpio, wow, is the Queen of Air. the wheel wants to turn in your favor, Scorpio, right? The angel of balance wants to bring a time of positive change, but you're going to have to find that balance because there's a new start here for you. Well, if you end up pregnant, then, we see why the life experience comes in here. But it's telling you, the Empress and the High Priestess, to me, these are two very powerful cards to get together. Especially with the Angel of Balance, because that to me is the Empress and the High Priest. The Angel of Balance is the Empress and the High Priestess, right? Because to me, just like I think the Emperor and the Magician is one and the same, this is how the Empress creates, is by truly trusting her intuition, truly trusting the gut signals that she gets, and that's how she creates, because she has such deep inner wisdom. But it's telling you that you can't find this yet until you go back to your roots and do the healing that's necessary. Allow this wheel to turn in your favor, Scorpio. Because on this board, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 major arcanas. So this is a cycle that you've been going through. And I guess you have yet to cut it out of your life, whatever it has been overburdening you. Yeah. Look, you have the Ace of Earth, a new opportunity. The Ace of Fire, following your passion, a passionate opportunity. But it requires you to walk away. To speak your mind. Yeah, look. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me try to stack these on this deck to where they don't come back out like that. Wow, that's crazy. This is a very strong message for you. Whatever roots you come from, you need to head back to that, like now. And I'm not talking like moving. I'm talking like spiritually, internally, mentally. You need to get back to your roots, Scorpio. So you can find the healing that you need. Okay. Excuse me. I went into my storage the other day and, it's like dusty and old smelling, so my allergies have been kicking my butt. Okay. You have falling in love, kissing the divine in another or in yourself. Excuse me. Wowzer. Okay. You have the Magician and the Mirror in reverse. You have balanced spirituality. Oh, gosh. Sorry. Balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. You have the Letter, and you have 22 choices, the Staircase. Okay, so what I am seeing with this, remember within the first spread that I told you that you got the 3 of Cups, well, it's not here. You got the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. And I said what I received from that was that you need to rethink how you love. That's what I'm seeing here again. Is you need to rethink how you're loving. Because it seems to me that you're giving your power away due to what you believe is love. And normally it would be either or for this card, like either kissing the divine in another or in yourself. But for me, I'm really seeing it as both. Is the fact that you're not loving properly. You're giving away your power to somebody and you're believing that you giving up your power is the way to love. But it's not. Because to me, this card speaks of creating heaven and hell. Because he has the fire and he has what looks all cool and calm and like a controlled power. But when this card is in reverse, to me, this is somebody who's manipulating, right? And they're out of balance. And again, here it says balance your spirituality with your practicality. So if you are somebody who's religious or over spiritual, it's telling you not to do that. You know, you can't be all love and light and allow somebody to come into your life and totally degrade and misuse and misrepresent you in your own life. There's choices that's going to be made, and you're going to receive some correspondence about this. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, one more. Okay. Why is falling in love here for Scorpios? Why? Thank you. Yeah. The Knight of Water in reverse. So there's an offer, I guess, that you would like that's not coming in. Or you're not sending one out because you're not opening your heart, because this is your element, right? Elaborate. Why is the Knight of Water here with... Yeah. Because it seems like whatever has been going on, you've realized that it's come to an unwise choice, and you need to learn what you can from the situation and review everyone's motives. And you're no longer wanting to be going through this. So just as I was saying, that you were giving away your power in whatever situation you were in, feeling like that is the proper way to love, right? I think you're coming into a time that you're realizing that you have to fill your own cup first. Because whatever situation you're in has brought a lot of strife into your life. Why is the Magician here in reverse? Why is the Magician in the mirror in reverse? Wow. Okay. Yeah. As I was saying, giving away your power, right? The Queen of Fire here is in reverse. And the Queen of Fire is confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. And it's time for you to stretch your wings and don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and your creativity. But you can't do that because you're steadily giving away your power in this love or whatever situation that you're in. You know, because remember that the thought box was here. So whether that is you or somebody in your life, no judgments, as I said. As long as you're not messing with mine, we're good. Okay. But yeah, the Queen of Fire is here in reverse, Scorpio. So it's telling you, right? But this is here. What needs to happen is for you to focus, focus, and focus. And communicate your vision. And be a leader. Turn this Magician upside down. Know that you have the power to do what you want. You know, that you're independent and your creativity is the way through your power. You know, like, as I was saying, this one, when she's like the Queen of Swords, more passionate, though. You know, the Queen of Swords is, like, more calculated. This one is more passionate. This one is very manipulative and very conniving. So be careful of how you're using your power. You need to focus these energies. Because, you know, whatever is coming back from your past or what you're reminiscing about, it's only going to bring labor to you. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. So you're thinking and romanticizing a past that feels like love, but really has you out of your element, you know, out of your creative forces, being unable to create what you truly want. Right? Because right next to it is balanced spirituality and practicality. Why is balanced spirituality and practicality here for Scorpios? Yeah. Yeah. What are you putting your time into? What is those efforts that you're putting your time into? It says the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. But it's asking you to be a team player with spirit. Yes, Spirit knows that you need. Yes, Spirit knows that there's earthly things that we need to function. But are you in tune? What is these correspondence? Six of air. Okay, so somebody's going to send you some kind of message that's going to have you stuck here. You know, because this is moving to karma waters. This is leaving. But I think you're going to stay stuck in a cycle here that looks like love but feels like torture. Ugh. Why is this stairs here? What is these choices that Scorpio has? What are these choices? One more, please. What is this choices? Unity, to leave a marriage, which you're not doing, or a commitment, or something that you're committed to. Yeah. Okay. So that's your choice. Look, and back at the thing again, with life experience and the Chariot. But something's going to happen that's going to force you. It's going to force your hand. But, yeah, your choice is either to leave a situation that you're in, and to move, well, you're not going to do that. Both of these are in reverse. If you're in some traditional viewpoints that are keeping you stuck in a cycle that is draining your power, it's asking you to make the choice to be more compassionate to yourself. Because this is the Queen of Water. She has to fill her own cup first. Because if she doesn't, then she has nothing to give. Right? But you're going to come up on it. Something is going to happen in your life, Scorpio. Because again, remember, this card represents you. So something is going to happen in your life that's going to create a tower moment in your life. But what that's going to do is force you to boldly move forward. Or this could be about your car, but, right? Because you're going to be in search of 10 of water. For your celebrations, for weddings, you want something more stable than what this is. This is like non-commitment. This is like, ugh. Yeah, you want to be happy. You want to be rest. You want to rest. You want an opportunity. Good news about opportunities, actually. And you want the truth. Right? And it's time for you to speak your mind so that the world can change. And you can stop crying over spilled milk and the wheel can change and you can work. You can work and argue. Like whatever will happen fast, you can get out of your head, right? Look at this. 9 of air, 8 of air. Illusion of being trapped. Expecting the worst. When all the time you're the magician. But to me, this is more saying like this person who's keeping you stuck and draining your energy. The thought box lover, the one who rides in. Messages of passion, but they're deceptive. Okay. Well, time is your final guidance. It says, what is it about time that gives it such power? The power to change all that exists back into dust. What is this unseen force akin to the wind? A force that can shape the land as well as our lives. Learn to play with time. A surreal element, like fish swimming in treetops. A person of power knows how to arrange time. Put on your watch and be aware of the time at which you do everything. Watch the sun, the moon, the transits of the stars. Find out the time that Venus is lowest in the sky before dawn. Be aware of your physical cycles, when you get hungry and when you sleep. Our society is obsessed with time, so now become time. If you're obsessed with something, it is better to explore it than to deny it. When it is possible to give up your obsession and let it take its proper place in your life, your power depends on your balance, use, and understanding of time. So again, Scorpio, To me, that's saying don't waste your time. It's the most precious thing that we have, besides from our health. So be cautious, Scorpio. I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well, and I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places. Ashe.